Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video of mine, and thank you so much for being patient with me. Guys, I've been actually away and not doing any content for the last sort of 2 weeks, at least long form content on my channel. And today is a very important subject, guys. I want to talk about FBA versus FBM. And in a matter of fact, I want to talk about the subject that is very, very important. If you do this, in fact, if you do what I will explain to you guys in this video, you can get your account suspended, you can get your account in trouble, and especially as a beginner, you need to know this, guys, okay? Speaking about online arbitrage method and what are the differences and what is the safest way to sell on Amazon right now in 2025, guys, okay? A quick introduction, guys. My name is Andrei, kreicbergs, in case you don't know, full-time Amazon seller, been doing this since 2013. And this video, guys, I will tell you guys exactly how to do everything step by step, all right, guys? So specifically talking about the online arbitrage subject, all right? So, yeah, by the way, you can find all my links below in the comments. You can find everything there in the description, my Telegram channel, my Amazon Mastery mentorship, guys, if you want to learn directly from me, and etc. Guys, let's dive into the subject, guys. Okay, so when there was a good question popping up from my subscribers, from my followers, from you guys, from my dear followers, people asking, Andrei, can I do online arbitrage on Amazon but packing products myself and doing it the FBM way? So first of all, guys, let me explain what the online arbitrage is. Online arbitrage is when essentially you're buying products like these one over here for like you see it selling for $9.99. You're finding it from elsewhere like Walgreens supplier in US for $3.99. You take the product and you're sending, like in a typical understanding, like in the normal understanding of the online arbitrage, you're taking the products, you ship them to yourself or a prep center, okay? You repacking, relabeling, and sending it over to Amazon in traditional way, doing FBA, fulfillment by Amazon, okay? So you would go and flip this item, you buy it for $4, you flip it for however much it's selling for right now. It's selling for $9.99. I'm not sure how much profit it makes. It does make somewhat, 218, so 21% net margin, 54% ROI after all fees. You're pocketing 218 or 300 plus sales per month. You can do your math. So you're flipping this item for FBA. Amazon FBA does all the fulfillment, doing all the prepping and packing for you, does everything that is needed to, you just sit back and rinse, repeat, order more products, look for other stuff, and etc. Everything is done for FBA. Now, that's online arbitrage, okay? Same thing applies for UK marketplace, okay? This is an item over here. We buy also from this place over here, Cocoon Center, for £12.10, flipping it back for $23.99. Guys, by the way, in case you're wondering, I do teach both markets and I sell in both marketplaces. I have a big experience selling on the UK and USA, doing dropshipping, FBA, even private label, doing pretty much anything to do with Amazon, okay, guys? So yeah, that's the FBA, the traditional understanding. Now, people been asking, Andrei, can I do this same way but do FBM? So FBM is when, for instance, you go on the seller arm tool. I'm going to scroll down. I'm just going to show you. If you're going to change the fulfillment method from FBA to FBM, okay, you see here, and now all our commissions suddenly become like, they become less, right? So we make more profit, but you're taking care of shipment, handling, and etc. yourself, okay? So all of a sudden you make more profit. It might seem more lucrative to the sellers, especially beginners. They think it's better, but in reality, guys, it's more of a headache. But that's not the main thing. Of course, you have to find a way to ship this item for as cheap as Amazon will ship it for you to your customers. You have to deal with all the headache, all the returns, all the communication, all the customer service, all the storage, all the repacking, all the labeling, and etc. on top of relabeling, repacking when it gets down from the retailer. Okay, that's the first thing. We're not even talking about this, guys, but there's a very thin, you're walking on a thin thread when you doing this model, because especially on a beginner's seller's accounts, when you are doing things, and this is the whole purpose of this video, guys, okay? And by the way, guys, before I continue, please comment word the guide below this video to receive my free guide to start selling on Amazon. I'll send you more information there. Make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Your likes, your reactions means a lot to me, guys. It means that you're enjoying my content, okay? So when it gets down to FBM, Amazon looks at FBM differently to FBA. If you are especially a beginner seller who are looking to step and start doing FBM, which is fulfillment by merchant, which is where you're fulfilling the products yourself as you gathered, you are basically causing additional triggers through the Amazon system. okay, this is true, this is just the way it is, this is just the way it works. And they will most likely check on you and check where you're selling your products from, where you're sourcing it from, like what's your source, like how your invoices, your documentations, and etc. Making sure you're legit, because they can't physically see your products that you're sending into Amazon FBA. Now, you should know that dropshipping is when you are making a sale on Amazon, and then you're taking the customer's information, putting it into the retailer, and then buying the product and ship it over to your customer directly by a retailer, ships it straight to your customer. That is not allowed on Amazon. That is against terms of services. This is something that Amazon really, restricts sellers to do. They really penalize sellers, and they do suspend their accounts immediately with no further reinstations and etc. guys. Okay, so you doing FBM can be seen in Amazon's eyes that you might be doing drop shipping from retailers, even though you are sourcing products from beforehand, and you're repackaging, you're putting them on your own boxes, your own logo. You're not drop shipping directly from Walmart, from Walgreens, from Target, or UK like Smith's Toys, Argos, and etc. You're not doing any of that stuff. Okay, but Amazon will know that. Everything is triggered for the system, and that's when they will probably going to be checking on you, and they will be asking you for documentations to prove the authenticity of the products you're sourcing, which you should be able to provide anyway because you're sourcing from the legit retailers. However, this can cause an extra stress for you. You don't want to be having unnecessary ticks, triggers at the beginning, like you have a mark on your account straight away at the beginning of your seller career. You don't want to be going through all of this hustle, guys. You don't want to be going for any of this stuff. You want to be just simply going and sourcing products and doing FBA. End of the day, guys, you don't want to be sourcing and doing all the hard work yourself. You might as well go and do everything through FBA, okay? And this is the whole purpose of this video, guys, just to make you understand, okay, that you might be seen as a dropshipper. Also, you're doing FBM can cause an extra check. Now, because you're sourcing from a retailer, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage itself on Amazon is not forbidden. However, it's not the most preferred model. Like the cleanest model to do is wholesale, sourcing from the wholesale suppliers, doing distribution, buying directly from the brands, having contracts, and etc. That's the clean way of doing things. If you're doing arbitrage, Amazon kind of like, they're okay with it. They know millions of products are sold this way on their platform, and they don't care about it, guys, because it makes them so much money. It makes so much money for the sellers as well. And it just creates a lot of demand, a lot of supply and demand, and obviously they are fine with that. However, you are causing yourself an extra trouble when you're doing FBM that way from the retailers. Now, if you have a legit source, like a wholesale source, or you're buying from the brand, you have documentations, you can do FBM. However, I still think that you should be doing FBA just because it's more automated. It wouldn't make any sense because you have to hire staff, or you have to go and do things yourself. You have to go and do your own shipping labels and all that stuff, all the handling, I'm not even speaking about the returns and all the headaches you're going to be having from the customers as you start acquiring more volume to your business. This is just a part of the game. You will have these kind of things in place, and this is just the way it works, okay? So the purpose of this video, guys, is to warn you about FBA and FBM. I want you guys to understand this, and I want you guys to start doing arbitrage or wholesale if you want to do company, if you have more budget, guys, okay? So yeah, a bit of a return video from me, guys. Just wanted to make sure you're clear on this. Hopefully, guys, you've enjoyed this content, you're enjoying my videos. Make sure to like, subscribe. If you guys are interested in the daily deals like this one, I do offer OA Deals channel. Check out the links, guys, below this video. Amazon Mastery Mentorship is available as well. Right now, we're doing a final entry to a launch, in a summer launch before the Q4. You can join my program. You can become a member of my lifetime coaching program. And yeah, just reach out to me. Drop me a message personally, guys, on Telegram, Instagram, anywhere you guys want to drop, follow me and etc., guys. But hopefully, this information was useful. Like, follow, subscribe, comment word guide, and share with your friends, and make sure to stay watching, guys, as always, all right? Do Amazon the right way so you can avoid any extra troubles, all right? Speak to you all soon on the channel. Take it easy. Bye-bye.